Hi guys, good evening here, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where and when you will be watching this vlog from. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Emosa Imperial. If this is your first time of tuning into my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't make it your last. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. And to my returners, to my MVPs, I want to say a very big thank you for stopping by. Kisses. Thank you for stopping by. So before I proceed on today's video, I want to quickly say happy Mother's Day to all the amazing, phenomenal women, mothers to be precise, all around the world. Thank you for your contribution to this world. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your empowerment. Thank you for your superpowers. I'm happy and proud to be called a woman and a mother someday. So yeah, I will be beginning this video after my little commercial break. Please don't leave, I'll see you around.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video will be for anyone who intends to visit any of the Schengen zones and kind of finds it difficult on how to navigate to get a Schengen visa. So I will be using France as my case study because most people there's this misconception that France is like a camel going through a needle's eyes, that France has been difficult lately. So I want to share the tips and guides on how to be able to navigate the difficultness that you tend to be experiencing during your time of applying. So get your writing materials as we will be diving into this. So Schengen visa is a visa you need to visit any of the European zones. So if you are someone from any nationality, this video is strictly for you. While I'm using France is because France has been one of the most talked about country that seems to be very difficult for people precisely here in Canada to get into. So yeah, so the first thing on the agenda before I start, I will obviously say you need to have a valid passport, because your valid passport is your gateway to any application to any country of your choice. So make sure you have a valid passport, at least have 6 months validity on that passport, and have some multiple pages that are unstamped for you to get your visa stamped. Excuse me. So yeah, having a valid passport is the number one thing to get done. And after you do that, the second one on the agenda, I would say, is booking your VFS appointment. VFS appointment seems to be very, very difficult because of I would say maybe because of the surge. So there've been a lot of applicants lately. So they've been limited slots open for a lot of people in Toronto, to be precise. So yeah, so the first thing I would say for you to get going is getting your VFS appointment, because you already know when you want to travel. So giving yourself some buffer days, you should be able to use those days to arrange your documents. So I would say first and first, get your documents, because you don't want a situation whereby you've pre-booked your flight, you've pre-booked your hotel, and then time for the VFS appointment, there's no date, and the time starts getting nearer and you end up doing everything for nothing. So get your VFS appointment. For you to get your VFS, you need to log into the VFS website. You have to create an account and then answer 1 or 2 questions, and then check the dates available, and then you book. They usually have prime time and regular time. You might be lucky you get prime time. Prime time is usually when there's surge, there's a lot of people there, so you might be left with no option other than to do the prime time. But I hope you get lucky to get the regular time. So once you get the regular time, you pick the time that favors you based on your plans. So after that, then we'll move on to the next agenda, which is number 3, and that's getting your, so on your passport, on your actual passport, you need to print your passport data page. You need to print your past and current visas that you've had thus far. So after that, then you move over to printing your status here. So if you're applying outside of your nationality, like Canada to be precise, you need to print your status that you have in that Canada. If you're in other countries, you need to print your status aside from your nationality. So if you have a work permit status, you need to print that, or your study permit, or your PR. So you need to print that, and that aside, then we move over to the next agenda, which is employment letter. For the employment letter, this should confirm your position, your salary, and your approved leave from work if you are going within your leave period. So you need to have all this stated on your employment letter. If you don't have employment letter, it is also called contracts. I think your work contract. You need to have that, and yeah. So you get this done, and the next one on the agenda is your payslips. So they usually ask for a minimum of 3 months payslip. If you want to go above, you can do 6 months. So you do your 3 months payslips. I think 3 months payslips are enough. So after the 3 months payslips, then we move over to the next one, which is the salary bank statement. So for this salary bank statement, this is very important because this is your proof of fund that shows that you are financially stable for your trip and you have a consistent income. Over here, they don't really want to see you have lump sum of money sitting there. They just want to see the inflow and outflow of your money, to see that you are having money go in your account and leave out of your account. So after this, I think they usually say you do 3 months. For this, I would also suggest you do 3 months bank statement. And then after that, if you have any other investment accounts that shows you have money, it could be liquid, it could be liquid cash. Like if you have assets, it could be tangible assets or intangible assets. So it could be your shares, or it could be your investment account. It could be maybe you have a car, you've evaluated your car. It could be your house. It could be your gold. It could be anything that when you turn it gets to cash. It turns to raw cash. Yeah. So anything that is liquidated, that's when evaluated, you can turn it into a cash to get yourself sorted out in terms of financial stability. Then after that, we move over to the flight reservation. So you need to have a flight reservation that carries your travel date, and it should match your itinerary and your hotel booking. So for this flight reservation, some people go as far as doing an actual flight booking, and some people still go as far as doing a pre-booking. So they usually request a pre-booking or a full flight booking, depending on how you want to go with this. If you do your full booking, I believe you should be getting a refund back if you don't get a positive news after your application. So there. So for the pre-booking of flights, I would suggest you go through a travel agent, because travel agents will use their their travel agent letterhead, and they will do that for you. So it shows genuineness in that, and that's kind of breaks down any doubts from any visa officer if they're going through your application. So for this pre-booking, some of the travel agents usually do 3 hours pre-bookings. With a fee comes with a very reasonable fee, so you get that done. For this flight reservation, I would say let the flight reservation be your last. Let's say your appointment is on the 30th. Make sure your flight reservation is on the 29th. Because if you get 72 hours flight reservation, what's the point getting 72 hours flight reservation before your appointment? So I would say for your flight reservation, you have to be very calculative and smart when it comes to booking it. So you need to book it. If you can book it that day, if your appointment is later, maybe midday or evening, yeah, you can do that. But if your appointment is morning, like rush hour, like morning time, you can do it a day to that. So yeah, for 72 hours, because I don't know if you can do a pre-booking for 1 week. If you can, good luck. So yeah, that's for the flight reservation. Then we move over to the travel insurance. For this travel insurance, it is very, very key, because looking around, somebody decided to just cause chaos. So this travel insurance is your key to being safe when the world decides to shut down. So this travel insurance is something that is very, very important. Very, very important. So it goes based on your number of stay. You can do 1 month, you can do 2 months, you can do 1 year, depending on your duration of stay. So when you do that, there are a lot of different travel insurance agency. There's ASA, ASA, and there are other ones. Check and see which one is more comfortable, or I won't say they are cheap. So just check the one that you feel comfortable going with. After that, we move over to our our travel itinerary. Excuse me. So for the travel itinerary, this should clearly explain your travel plans and activities during the trip. So if you actually if you plan to visit the Eiffel Tower or the museum or the Louvre or wherever you want to go, so this should specifically explain your trip, your itinerary, what you want to do in that city, what are your agenda in that city. If you have multiple travel itineraries, you can also include that. Then moving over to the next one, which is cover letter. So cover letter is literally where you explain your purpose of travel, how long you want to stay, and the reason why you're heading back to your destination. So for this travel letter is something that maybe travel letter is also letter of explanation. I call it letter of explanation. So this is where you get to disclose some other documents that wasn't requested on the to-do list on the list of documents needed. So maybe you got into school, or you have an upcoming something that will bring you back to your country. Let's say you're graduating, or let's say you're coming for a family's event, a wedding or whatever, or you're coming for a seminar back to your original stay. So this is where you tend to explain what you want them. So this cover letter, I see it as a fertilizer to fertilize your crop or to fertilize your plants. So yeah, after that, then you move over to the last one, which is the France application. So you have to go to the France website or any of the country you want to go, the EU countries. You create a website and create an account rather, and then put in the details. They will ask you where you will be staying. So now you already have your accommodation booked. You put your accommodation, be it hotel, Airbnb, family or friends or hostel or whatever you have, you put it there. And they will also ask you if it's short stay or long stay, 90 days or 60, long stay, however you want to do it. If it's family visit, however you want to do it. So that is the document that I believe you will be needing to get your visa approved. And one more important thing before I end this video, please make sure you are using a genuine document, a verifiable document. Please avoid fake documents or fake narrative or fake information or fake bookings, because it can cost you, like it can actually affect your future application. So please, I am a strong believer of doing the right thing. Whatever that is worth doing is worth doing well. So make sure your document from the get-go to the finish, let everything be verifiable and genuine. I mean, the main goal is simply to show that your trip is genuine. So if your trip is genuine, I don't know if there's any reason to lie there. So make sure your trip is genuine, and if it's genuine, it will not be overwhelmed for you. Genuine from your financial support to your reasons to return back. Like I mentioned, maybe you want to return back due to school or due to any future events that needs you to be there. So you need to do all of this. I hope this video help someone out there. I hope this video clears your doubt. I hope this video eases off your stress. I hope you don't get overwhelmed any longer when you see this video, and I wish you a very successful flights or travel to your destination. Enjoy, and make memories. So this is where I will be ending this video. Thank you so much for stopping by once again. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.